Print hello world was probably your first line of code in Python, as was mine. A hello world is a string, so you thought strings are simple. But no, as with anything in Python, you can make a seemingly simple topic incredibly complex. But there are a few things you should definitely know about strings that I've recently learned that end up being very useful and will let you master strings. You might be completely lost thinking to yourself, what is a string? Well, in Python, a string is a sequence of characters enclosed in either single quotes, double quotes, or even triple quotes that store values. Strings allow us to work with textual data, so words, sentences, and any kind of text. This is useful because then we can perform manipulations on that text and extract meaningful information from the text. To create a string in Python, you can use single or double quotes, and you can enclose any text inside them. You can also use triple quotes, made of single or double quotes. They are useful for creating multi-line strings or including special characters in your string, which would otherwise make you exit out of the string. You need to know string operators, which let you work with the string. The most basic string operator is the assign operator, which lets you assign a value to a variable, which just makes our string easy to access later. Another one is if you want multiple of the same string, you can use the string repetition operator, which lets you repeat a string by the number you multiply it by. You can see I now printed the string 3 times. Okay, now we have a string, but to access individual information, you can use indexing, which allows you to access individual characters in the string. In Python, indexing starts at 0 and goes up by 1 for every character. If you use a negative number, it will return the last character, and so on by going down negatives. You can also slice a string using the string slicing operator to extract a portion of the string by typing a starting index and an ending index. If you don't type a number for the starting index, it will just go to the ending index you specify. If you don't type a number for the ending index, it will just start at the starting index and go to the end. And if you didn't type anything at all, it will just make a copy of the string. Comparisons in Python are expressions that return a Boolean value, which is true or false. You can use the equal to see if a string is equal to another by returning a Boolean, or not equal to see if it is not equal to that string. Python string comparisons are case sensitive, so if you have one with an uppercase and the other one is the same in lowercase, it won't return true. I'll show you some ways to get around this later. You can also use greater than or less than to check if a string is lexicographically greater or less compared to the other string. Lexicographically is the order of words in a dictionary. If you use greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, it will check if the string is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to the other string lexicographically. Another operator that returns a Boolean value is the membership operator that returns a true or false Boolean when used in or not in to see if data is in your string, but it doesn't have to be exactly equal like the equal to comparison. It just has to have the value in or not in the string. If you need to exit out of a string, like if you need to type a special character without changing outside quotes, you can escape the string for one character by using a backslash, which is also referred to as an escape character in Python, and then you can type what you want. That can be quotation marks or another backslash to actually print the backslash without escaping. Or you can use the backslash n, which is short for new line, that creates a new line, or a backslash t, which creates a tab to format your string. To combine strings, you can use the plus operator, which is called string concatenation. You can also use that to add a space in between a name. But there is a quicker way you can do that is the new best way to format strings, called formatted strings, or f strings for short. To make f strings, you put f before the quotation marks of your string. To escape and add variables, you surround the variable with curly braces. This makes your code a little faster to write than using string concatenation, but string concatenation works fine in most cases if you aren't comfortable with f strings. Python has built-in functions and methods that can be used to manipulate and work with strings, like the escape character. Functions are just a reusable piece of code that runs when called, like turning the volume up or down on your device. And methods are just like functions, but they need an input as an object, which is a value to run. And in strings, they always have a dot before them, and parentheses to take arguments. Python has a lot of built-in string methods. Some commonly used methods include lower, which converts all characters in a string to lowercase; upper, which converts all characters in a string to uppercase; strip removes leading and trailing whitespace from a string; split splits a string into a list of substrings based on a specified separator; replace replaces occurrences of a substring with another substring; find searches for the first occurrence of a substring within a string and returns its index; starts with checks if a string starts with a specified substring and returns a Boolean value; ends with checks if a string ends with a specified substring, and returns a Boolean value as well. To truly master strings, you need to know how to use all the built-in methods in Python. By learning and utilizing these string methods, you can perform powerful operations on strings with just a few lines of code. They are invaluable tools that will enhance your string manipulation capabilities and make your code more efficient and concise. Python also has a lot of built-in functions that work with strings. These are some you should know. Len is a function that returns the length of a string by counting the number of characters, including spaces and special characters. Dir is a function that converts the specified object into a string. Int is a function that converts the string to an integer. Float is a function that converts the string to a float. There are many more, but you can only truly learn them by practice, so don't bother just trying to memorize them. A more advanced process is encoding and decoding. Encoding is the process of converting text into a specific format that can be understood by computers. Decoding is the reverse process of converting that encoded text back into its original form. Encoding is useful for tasks like storing or transferring text, as it transforms the text into a binary representation that takes up less space. Decoding is then used to retrieve the original text from its encoded form. In Python, you can use encode to convert text into an encoded format, and decode to convert the encoded text back into readable text. Encoding and decoding are important when working with different systems or data formats that use specific encodings. They ensure that text is correctly represented and interpreted, enabling smooth data exchange and proper handling of characters and symbols. Another, more advanced topic is called regular expressions, or regex for short. They are special sequences of characters to help define patterns in text. With regular expressions, you can search for specific words, numbers, or patterns of characters within a large body of text. For example, you can search for an email address in a document. Regular expressions also let you extract, replace, or modify specific parts of the text based on patterns. The read module in Python provides functions and methods to work with regular expressions. That is only the basics, so if you want me to explain more about them, let me know. To truly master strings, it's important to explore and understand the various string methods and regular expressions available in Python. By learning and utilizing these tools, you can perform powerful operations on strings with just a few lines of code. They are invaluable resources that enhance your string manipulation capabilities and make your code more efficient and concise. So don't just think of strings as a simple sequence of characters. Dive into the world of string manipulation and harness the full potential of working with strings in Python. Thanks for watching.